D Bowser here. So I just had one of the most insane Minecraft speedruns happen to me 2 hours ago, and I'm just doing a post commentary right now because apparently my microphone was muted the whole time, so I have to do a voiceover of this run. So right away, I look at my pie chart and I see I have a campfire, and that indicates I have a spruce village. And I see a blacksmith right here, the grindstones. Bam. What was that? 5 iron, 3 diamonds, um, some armor to go along with it. So I'm like, okay, it's a pretty good seed. But the problem with Spruce Village is a lot of the time you can't find a place to enter the Nether at. So right now I'm just keeping that in mind. But then I look over in front of me. I don't know if I saw it there a little bit later, but I actually have an ocean biome. I can try to find a magma ravine. So right here I'm just getting stone axe. I have basically everything I need already, besides food. So I'm just grabbing an extra bit of wood, organizing my inventory. And yeah, I still can't believe this run happened. I was absolutely buzzing the whole time after I killed this sheep. Um, you'll see what makes this run pretty special. Didn't seem that particularly fast though. But yeah, I see this ocean. I see this magma ravine right here, and I also see this bad boat, bad shipwreck. But in this case, it's good because it has a guaranteed food chest. So since I don't have much food, I go and check this food chest, and it actually has nothing, potatoes. So that's cool. So yeah, I'm entering with little food, but pretty much everything else. I have this magma ravine. And a good enter for me is anything really under 330. This will be around a 3-minute, 2:45 enter-ish. Moving down now. I'm looking for an L shape in the magma, and I see it right here. I can make a nice magma portal right here. Okay, so entering another right here, I'm going to go ahead and pause. So every time I load into the nether, I'm going to be always looking at my top left in the E column section, E counter. There's a C and an E and a P. I'm looking at the E. There's 2 numbers. 2 is the number of entities that is around where you're looking, field of view. And the right number is the total number of entities loaded in. I'm pretty sure, at least. That's how I interpret it. I always pause right at the beginning, or at least I just now adopted this pausing at the very beginning strategy. Save time and resetting, but basically I pause and I wait to see if there's a spike. And as I unpause, you'll see it goes from 10 to 24, and then I have around 130 entities with around 40 in that direction when I had my FOV zoomed in or something like that. That to me indicates there's a bastion. I have a fortress right in my face. If you spotted that, you'll be able to see it here in a second if you don't. But I know I have a bastion and a fortress combo right away. And if you didn't understand anything that I just said, it's not that complicated once you actually speedrun. It's just, it takes some learning and getting used to. So there's the fortress legs in all of its glory. The only problem is I don't have any food right now, but I did spawn in a crimson forest, and I have this hoglin dude right here. Because I spawned in a crimson forest. and that crossbow dude almost messed up my groove, but I was able to kill him with the lava and get 3 pork chops. So I'm going to pause it again right here. I see the legs of the bridge bastion right here. Bridge bastion is the only bastion that has legs like these. I know the chalice is right above these legs. And if I actually went straight up, I'm pretty sure I would have had a shorter route to the actual gold chalice. But I didn't know that, so I actually end up going around this way, which costs me a decent amount of time. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I don't die here. Digging through here, playing it pretty cautiously. Yeah, I see the bastion right here. See the bastion right here. Going to go ahead and tower up. I see dudes trying to get me, so I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna play it really safe. Gonna dig into the wall here. And here in a second, I will see the black stone above right here. I know that the gold chalice is right there. This dude almost screws the run over. But luckily he was a crossbow dude instead of a sword dude. If he had a sword, I probably would have died. But I might have survived. Who knows? So I'm mining the chalice. Bridge Bastion is probably the slowest, but the most consistent because of the amount of gold it has. You don't need really all the gold in a speedrun. It's fine if this guy this guy takes 2 gold blocks from me, but I'm like, you know what, doesn't matter. I'm gonna make a gold helmet and a gold pickaxe. Here. And I get ready to route the Bridge Bastion. So I'm looking around and I see actually that there's no good gap on either side. There are no double chests on either side. I double check, there's no double chest right there. So I have to do another route. It's called dip route, but I don't think I actually do it right half the time. But I don't really like doing Bridge Bastion because you want to get a lot of pigs, you have to set up this route. The other route is faster, but I didn't get it in this case. I'm gonna break this gold block. Piglins are gonna go get mad at me, and they're gonna fall in the hole once I throw them gold. This guy messing up my groove. He's not cooperating. I'm trying to get him to get in the hole. So yeah, this I did not play this well. I need to practice Bridge Bastion. Need to practice Bridge Bastions more. But ultimately the piglins are trading right now. That guy just falls off the face of the earth. I don't know what the hell he's doing. This guy finally gets in the hole. I throw him all the gold, and I'm going to go ahead and check for obsidian. The reason obsidian is so important is because you want to make another nether portal to get out of the nether and blind travel to the stronghold ring. Try and get lucky and spawn close to a stronghold. If you have 2 portals, you can do a thing called axis calculated or educated travel, where you throw 2 eyes, estimate the angle, or estimate the distance of the stronghold by calculating the difference between the angles, doing some mental math, and finding out where the stronghold is. But in this case, this Bridge Bastion absolutely was terrible, because I didn't get a single piece of obsidian from the chests. So I have to rely and wait on these bozos to give me 10 obsidian, so I can at least build 1 portal to get out of here. I have all the pearls I need. I have fire res. I'm just looking for string and 1 more obsidian right now. I actually have 4 beds already, so I don't really need string. And I realize that here in a second. I have enough for 7 beds, which is a good amount. So Oh yeah, I remember now. I get the last piece of obsidian I need right there. The last couple of trades. If I didn't get that obsidian, I would have had to play for Fortress Obsidian, and that would have been risky. But the fortress is right over here, literally a pearl throw away. 2 pearl throws, I guess. And now I'm looking for blaze spawners. This is not unreal pace for me. I've been in the fortress faster than this. I ideally want sub 10 blinds. 11-minute blinds will do just fine as well. I'm trying to locate the location of a blaze spawner. And I think I see it right here. I'm at the blaze spawner at 920, which is definitely good pace. It's definitely a PB pace. But I have gotten to the fortress faster. And it all comes down to that bastion. It was actually pretty bad. It was close, but it was deceptive because the terrain was bad and the actual bastion itself ideal. I'm out of food now. I'm gonna mine out the blaze spawner so I can get faster rates. I actually get really good spawn rates here, which I could have used in my PB run. But I get good spawn rates here instead, which is perfectly fine. So I'm just organizing my inventory a little bit. I'm like 3 potatoes, that's all I have. I'll just keep those. Thinking about smelting it, I don't have any cobblestone, make a furnace. I'm checking my coordinates right now. My coordinates are decent, but ideally you want to be blinding around 150, 150. So I'm a little bit short about that, so I'm going to go out to around negative 100, 190. These are pretty good coordinates to blind. Well within the stronghold ring at that point. And I left on 6 blaze rods, which is always a risk because getting 6 blaze rods only means you have enough for 12 Eyes of Ender. And unfortunately, that is where I made a fatal mistake in this run. You'll see what happens here in a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and sleep. I got my wood to make the rest of my beds. I don't want to deal with any mobs along the way. I think it's a very underrated thing to sleep as soon as you get back in the nether or the world. If you're not like on sub 10 pace, obviously. Because you can lose so much time dealing with mobs. It's just so much better to sleep right away. I'm gonna go ahead and estimate the distance of the stronghold after I killed those pigs. The first angle I notice is 165. So I do 4 sprint jumps to a 90-degree angle. And I calculate the second eye, which is 167.4. So that's 2.4 degree angle change. And in my head, and out loud, but my mic is muted, I say that's around 500 blocks, and that is a spot-on estimate. You memorize the distances based on the angle change. You can, you know how far away the stronghold is, so you can minimize the amount of eyes you threw. But crucially, one of my eyes did break back there, and that eye break, which is like a 1 in 5 or a 1 in 3 chance, I don't know, something pretty small, but not unreasonably small. Unfortunately, that eye break is what cost me this run. This run is already dead, but I don't know it. I have a squad of dolphins. I'm already basically right at the stronghold, by the way. It's just to my left on this coastline. Strongholds like to spawn on coastlines. They don't like to spawn in oceans. So I'm like, well, it could be here, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw an eye. And yeah, it's just super short travel to the stronghold. I'm gonna go ahead and boat over to this coast. I know it's on this coast 100%. I'm just gonna throw one more eye. another sharp angle change. I know it's this chunk right here for sure. So then I look at my chunk coordinates. I'm going to dig down at the 4-4 chunk coordinate. That will put me in the middle of the starter staircase. So I get myself in a hole, drain out the water, and dig down. I don't like to dig exactly on 4-4 because you can fall and take extra damage like that. But this is a really high up stronghold and I didn't have time to change. And I see the portal boom right here. And then that's run over. And I was just hands in the air at this point. I was so baffled at how fast I got into this portal room. 13:46 is the final in-game time. And at this point, I can't complete the run. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not losing my mind as a skeleton comes in and nearly ruins the run. Now that I think about it, that guy, if I was actually able to complete the portal, he could have really screwed things over and I could have died. I think I would have retired at that point because that just sums up my luck with running. But anyways, if I had completed this portal, I would have been at the end at around 1350. And if I had a quick dragon perch, I could have gotten a sub 15 time. But that's probably not likely in all likelihood. I probably would have got a 15 or 16 minute time, which would have absolutely smashed my personal best. But this is the best pace I've been on by far. And to be honest, this seed, it was good, but it was not perfect. I mean, as I'm going back in the nether now, this bastion, double bad gap bridge, took forever to get all the piglins in and get the trades. I had to trade everything just to get 10 obsidian. I had to travel the terrain. I had to like hitchhike up the Appalachian Mountains. That cost me like, I don't know, like a minute or two. This nether, it was a deceptive bastion. Bastion and fortress right next to each other. It was pretty deceptive. Just because of the fact that I had to traverse some terrain. And yeah, if I had went up this way, you see it opens up, but I had no way to know that obviously. I just did the best that I could. I went ring around the rosy around that pillar. And yeah. Other than that, the end game was really good, but to be honest, it's not even that perfect because I can do axis travel and I could potentially I spy right into the stronghold. So I could potentially save time there. Flying travel was not the best I've ever had. But 500 blocks is above average by far, and the fact that it was ocean travel with a dolphin made it so much faster. I got there in no time. I didn't think I traveled that 500 blocks that quickly, but I threw an eye just to be safe and make sure. The stronghold navigation was super easy, down mid and to the left. And then, yeah, here's the thumbnail. That's just, it pains me. But you know, if I'd grabbed 7 rods, which, you know, the one time I leave on 6 rods, the one time I get punished, but that's kind of how speedrunning goes. Go fast, live and die by going fast. That's kind of the thing. So yeah, like this video, give it a like, subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, see you next time. I will get the sub 15. I will do it. Peace out.